The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Again, it'll be Dorsett. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
It's not easy playing the corner, is it? A lot of times you have to defend against the pass, but sometimes you have to play against the run. How about the job he did there, crashing inside to make that tackle for a loss?
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Moore, the man in motion. Murray now to throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Tariq Woolen drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. 4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
2nd and 6. That's complete to DK Metcalf.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Well, this defense for the Cardinals, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Flushed out right.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Cardinals are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. They dump it off, complete to Dorsett. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Now Murray again. And his throw is incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Murray going to try to throw on third down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Murray and company going for it on fourth. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Porter. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
And that's how you shake off the interception you throw in the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a second down.
The Seahawks had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener, and they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Second and 2. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf, 32 yards. And the Seahawks are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
Holmes returning from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Now, early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
From the 30 on second down, Murray. And that is incomplete.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Play fake, Murray.
Looking for Hopkins, and he's got him on the crossing route. Finding room at midfield.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. 38 yards.
With that down and distance, no real surprise they decided to throw the ball. But I think where the surprise kicked in, the result. Short pass downfield. That ball got taken for a nice journey to turn into a big play.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Murray. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Murray going to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Murray to air it out again. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. The 3-yard touchdown pass as his guys are able to extend their lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
A 3-yard loss. Grab 50, grab 50, grab 50. Grab 60, 19 tight, 19 tight. Nothing, 19.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Quez Watkins, the intended target.
And it's 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Come 19, come 19. Hurt, hurt. Buffalo 18. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
He'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Marco Wilson.
Past the 20. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Now Zerline on and the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6.
Makes the score Cardinals 21, Seahawks 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Fair catch, made 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over first down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone. When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Up the middle they go with Dorsett. And some space here. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Well, that's a good-looking rookie right there. I love how he let the play set up and then showed that explosiveness that I saw on tape in college. Remember I showed you the clip of what he was doing and setting up blocks, and then he would just go? We saw it on that play right there. That one was fun to watch.
Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. Going deep here for Watkins. It got his man complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of...
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Seahawks get a bit closer. So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie, because instead of hanging his head, after after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Come on. Hey. 19 driver. Let me raise it. Three.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So they decide to still go for it even after the 5-yard penalty. And they convert. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to see all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all, but right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction? 2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Murray now on first down. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Seahawks will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness, it's been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Cards will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for him. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Going deep for Hopkins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
The Cardinals on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. A handoff. Dorsett up the middle. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down. Now we get to see the punter, Corliss Waitman. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Now this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, trying to help him shake it off, because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
Back to Walker on 1st down.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Being chased out left. Hard throw, incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
He's got a man, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Murray now to throw.
Well, into a sea of defenders, and intercepted. It's Bubba Bolden who picks it. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Go, Reed, go. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
They'll look to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Partner, it took a while for him to lock onto a receiver, and he finally found his man coming left to right across the formation. But by the time he got the ball to him, not much of a chance to turn upfield and make anything out of it.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Running right, it's Dorsett. Room here to run. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 106 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. Let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game. And all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it. I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
2nd and 13. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
60, 19 tight, 19 hurt.
Looking to throw. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack.
That was J.J. Watt getting in there and getting him to the ground.
Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taking it about the 36.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards.
And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, the fumble to turnover. Now, they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
Yeah, that's the relief that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they get a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going on.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 32 on the play. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 19. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And now the rookie's free. He's at the 30. 10. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score. A fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Greg Zerline set to kick off.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Going deep for Walker. It's caught inside the 25. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation.
That's good for the Seattle Seahawks. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll set up a throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Second and 9 now. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he...
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. It's their quarterback doing it himself from 9 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing.
He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Zach Ertz from 13 yards out. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to look deep for Watkins. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
Watkins, 75 yards. And the Seahawks are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will be cut down to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 for the 26. And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sand. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Well, that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. When those extra defenders on the field, dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And just a net of 31 here, 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field.
Here we go, here we go. Back to 60, back to 60.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown.
DK Metcalf,
49 yards.
And the Seahawks are back within a score.
Extra point safely through. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Going deep for Hopkins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Kobe Bryant.
So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the 2nd half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
Here we go, strike. Here's alert, here's alert. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play.
Throw out wide to Walker.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
And a penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Hold the race. Catch Matt, 18, Pioneer.
He'll look to throw. Going deep here for Watkins. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, the obvious goal is to try and score a touchdown, but at the least, adding to a pretty big yardage total for his intended receiver there, huh?
Yeah, well, when you got a guy over 150 yards, keep chucking it deep to him, I guess.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can get it to him short, and he can make plays that way, but I like what you just said. Throw it to him deep and get it in.
And now here's another interception.
And the Cardinals are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play.
So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback, as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. That'll bring up second down.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
The 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
Well, if you're a fan of offensive football, this game is for you because this one's been much more like a tennis match than a football game. Back and forth, and there's another example right there of another big play in the passing game.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down. Again, they'll throw with Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Murray going to try to throw on third down. Escaping the... And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
So on now is Greg Zuerlein in a pressure situation. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Drop 60, drop 6, back and 60.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They'll look to throw now on first down. There goes a deep ball, end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 25-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Okay, break.
Back to throw again. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Cards are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll try the left side with Dorsett. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Zach Ertz, the man in motion. To throw is Murray. Ertz has it left side. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Elsewhere across the league, 4th quarter action in Los Angeles. And the Rams have now taken the lead late in that ball game. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Returnable for Lockett. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football. He was pretty good a year ago in college, getting outside of the pocket and making plays, but it's a different story here in the NFL.
Well, in college, when he broke out of the pocket, his receivers often knew what to do in a scramble drill. And defenders weren't quite as adept at that. In the NFL, they work on that as well. They realize once he's out of the pocket, you can knock a receiver down. You can take him out of the play that way. You can make sure you huddle him up and make sure that you have him covered downfield. They do a much better job of it. He's got to learn that the speed has changed on this level.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, that was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Seahawks are right back in this football game. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. A big play there on the catch and run. 63 yards. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? And what in the world? Now they're going to fake it. And he is not going to get the first, but remember, it was only 1st down, so a bit of an odd play, and it results in 2nd down. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all this, his resiliency, because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said, this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
And another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh, my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8-10.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Murray to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that, but that would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Now it's Lockett. And he'll be out right at the 35. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. He's back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
And once he got out of the pocket, you thought that maybe he'd take off with it, especially here in the 2-minute drill. Sometimes defenses are focused so much downfield that there's room to run, but this time he decided to throw it unsuccessfully.
Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Cards have just about sewn up this football game.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Back to throw it. Murray flushed out. Murray fighting. Lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And that will write a finish to this ball game. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for Arizona, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers.